Philip Pullman, anyone? Man, so today is April 1st, April Fool's, and the whole YouTube thing where the videos were upside down, that was pretty awesome. I actually fooled myself this morning. I don't have classes on Wednesday, and I woke up late, and I'm supposed to go to the Met on Saturday, and I thought today was Saturday, and I woke up completely frantic and flipped out, and then someone told me it was actually Wednesday. Yeah, I don't need any help being fooled. So as you might have guessed, today's video is the second book in his Dark Materials trilogy, The Subtle Knife by Philip Pullman. I think it's the shortest of the three. It's not that thick, but I found this the hardest one to read of the three books. I mean, The Golden Compass is a great book, like self-contained book, so you have this like rise and fall of action. You're following Lyra, there's a conclusion to all the stuff that happens, and then you get to The Subtle Knife, and it kind of picks up a little bit of that action. Lyra's in a new world. She meets Will, a new character who's from a world just like ours, and then you realize about 100 pages into the novel that it's just setting up all the information you need for the huge stuff that's coming up. And that's great if you have that motivation to read. It actually took me about a year to finish this book because I was reading it during my semester, and I kept putting it down and picking up and putting it down and picking up. And then I went to Texas. If any of you watch my other channel, you'll know that I went to Texas over winter break that just passed, and I finished the book finally. The whole book does not feature two of the most interesting characters that you find in The Golden Compass, Eric Bernison and Lord Asriel. I don't know if that was such a great choice for Pullman to make. I mean, he's the author, he makes it. Now that I've gone through the whole series, I appreciate it a bit more, but while I was going through this book, it was really, really, really hard to just keep going. I did, however, really, really, really like that once you get to the part where Will acquires the subtle knife, which for when you read it, I'm not going to tell you what happens, but any of you who have read it or are going to read it, and when you get to that part, that is really gross. I had to put the book down. That is really gross. But that's it. So when Will gets the subtle knife, I was really glad that the Golden Compass didn't just disappear into the background. Like, it was like, oh, that is so last novel. No, it stayed. Lyra had the Golden Compass, Will had the subtle knife, and it wasn't a dominance thing. They were equal. I mean, you needed the alethiometer to tell, you know, whatever important information they needed, and you need the subtle knife to go through dimensions. I won't mention what happens at the end because that'll give away a lot, but I did like the way that it ended. When I started reading these books, I knew that there were 3 books in the series, and I knew this was the middle one. But I keep thinking of when he was publishing them. They were published like Harry Potter and not like Lord of the Rings, which was written as 1 book and then broken into 3. So I keep thinking of how I would have reacted when these were being published and I was reading them. And I like the way that he ended it, because he ended it so that you could not stop reading. Everything is going on. You realize just how huge there's a war, basically, of the humans led by Lord Asriel and like other species from other worlds are going to overthrow the authority, which is God. And you get to the end of this book and you realize just how epic it is, and you cannot stop reading. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong, and you just like, I picked up the 3rd book and I started reading right away. It could not be left alone. Unlike The Golden Compass, which if you stop reading, I mean, it's a nice story. You probably won't realize what you're missing, but with The Subtle Knife, you realize there's no way that you're going to stop the series now. Okay, that's all I wanted to say about this book. For those of you who are reading it and find it really boring, keep going. Those of you who haven't read it, please read it. Start with The Golden Compass. It's a great series. And those of you who have read it, let me know what you thought about it. Did you find that this one was a little hard to get through like I found, or was it your favorite? Let me know. Next week I will continue with his Dark Materials with the epic 3rd novel, which is my favorite. And I will see you all next week, and happy April Fools. Bye!